Please remain standing as we observe the Namibian national anthem, followed by the African Union anthem. You may be seated. Thank you. That is, of course, the beautiful Susie Asis, who was on saxophone there for all of us. I'm just going to observe some protocol. We do have some special guests in the room, so please help me welcome Pohamba Penumenyo Shifeta, who is the Minister of Environment, Forestry, and Tourism for the Republic of Namibia. We acknowledge you, Honorable Minister. We have Nangula Uwanja, who is the CEO of NIPDB. We have Francois Skalkbeek, Executive Director of NIPDB. We have, I love my job because I have to pronounce different names, so this is French. So the French accent is about to come out. We have Olivier Grenet, Managing Partner and Co-Chief Executive Officer of CASADA Capital Management. And we also have David Damiba, who is also Managing Partner and Co-Chief Executive Officer of CASADA Capital Management. Now, my name is Thami Nkadimeng, and I'm fondly known around the world and the globe on various stages as the message architect, a self-given name. Why? Because I love to break down and build words so that they create messages moving society and humanity forward. So today I had a little bit of a look at the acronym, and I know what AHIF stands to all of you. Of course, it's Africa Hospitality Investment Forum. But I started thinking about what we're actually going to do here for the next few days and what we've done yesterday. And I just thought of ability. They generally say ability has to have possibilities in order for it to actually flourish. But I thought, we're here actually building and cementing the foundation of the global hospitality industry. And so for me, for the next few days, AHIF stands for Ability Has Incredible Foundation. And you and you and you and you are helping build that foundation in the hospitality industry for Africa. And so with that, distinguished guests, I officially welcome you as your program director. Now, some of the housekeeping rules, and there are many, so I've broken them down into sections. So please make sure that before every tea break and lunch break, you are here so you can hear the different announcements. For now, we want you to please keep your phones on silent. Please do not put them off. We'd like you to take the photos, and we want you to actually post them on social media to get the word going about what it is that we're think tanking and the thought leaders that we are to the world. We just ask that you use the hashtag AHIF so that everybody knows that we are here together. And so without further ado, I'd like to call to stage somebody who is rather interesting. I love his personality, his passion, not just for the hospitality industry, but for Africa at large, has me super, super intrigued. Also, his dress code, but he's going to speak a lot about his dress code and explain why he is dressed the way he is. His full name is actually Matthew, but you can feel free to call him Matt, and that is none other than Matt Weiss, who is a global MD at The Bench. A round of applause for him, please.
Hello, everyone. Hello. Thank you. I hope you can all hear me correctly. Now, Honourable Excellencies, esteemed guests, the ladies and gentlemen of the press, all protocols observed. I'm glad I got that out of the way. Welcome to the Africa Hospitality Investment Forum 2024. Now, I'd like to take this opportunity to say our big thank yous to the Honourable Minister of Environment, Forestry and Tourism for joining us here today. I think his addition, his words, and the patronage of this event shows how much this country is taking seriously its tourism development over the next few years. But many of you probably don't know that the government also supported our sister conference last week, AviaDev. Now, this event is for airport authorities and airlines to meet and develop the routes that will then fuel the tourism that then fuels the demand for hotels in and around Africa. So the commitment is real, and I'm looking forward, Your Honourable Excellency, of hearing your words and your direction and leadership. So what is this event all about? for you? Well, last year, JLL did a report on the outcomes, the economic outcomes from the event in Kenya. Almost 300 million US dollars of business pipeline was put into your pockets and into the African economy. Now, this is obviously very good news for you, but it's also great news for Africa. It creates new jobs, new opportunities, security. And it also gives people like many of us in this room the opportunity to explore new destinations like Namibia, like for myself this week, in fact. So these events fuel the hotels of the future. But we can't do it on our own. And I would like to thank the government again, but in this case, the NIPDB, who have been our eyes and our ears for the last year. Without their help, we wouldn't be where we are here today. So thank you so much for that. And of course, thank you. The team has been wonderful. But also Casada Capital Management for looking after us so well in this wonderful hotel. Dare I say it, a hotel that was born from the AHIF family and community. But that's not all. We have 55 other sponsors and partners with us today, and I'll go through them in a bit. Many of them have devoted their marketing budgets and their time and their effort to be here. So please do go and see them. Explore what they have to offer. They are the best in class, and they can help your businesses move forward. Thank you to all of them. Now, we're obviously in our 13th year in Africa, but this is actually the first year that we've been in SADC. So it's not surprising that our audience has many new faces joining us. In fact, 52% of our attendants are new to us. So welcome to the AHIF family, as I like to say. And we have 490 attendees in total from 42 countries, of which 50% of those are from outside of Africa, keeping this a truly international event that has interest in doing business on the continent. But I'd like to draw attention to one special guest here today, Dexter Moren, who has been with us for a total of his 10th time. And many of you will see that many of us wear these pins, which indicate that you've been with us on multiple occasions. And Dexter now receives the golden pin for achieving his 10 years. Well done, Dexter. I love having you as part. Now, I'll leave Thami to talk a little bit about the agenda today, but I did want to draw attention to a very important part of it, which is the awards. We recognise two very significant and wonderful people in our industry. Dupe Olasalo, the Managing Director of Transcorp Hotels in Nigeria, and Alan Siba, the President of Golden Tulip Afrique, both who will be receiving the AHIF Leadership Award and AHIF Outstanding Contribution Award, respectively. Please do come in after the break in the afternoon and pay your respects and dues to these wonderful individuals. So congratulations to both those individuals. As Thami said, please do, we do a number of experiences and a number of things outside of just these sessions, but keep your conversations noisy. It's really important that we create the FOMO for future years and say what we're doing here in Namibia, raise the profile, and of course use the hashtag AHIF. But for those who are caught in the tradition of bright coloured socks, we also have hashtag conference socks. This year I've upped the ante, I've raised the bar and also gone hashtag Namibia shoes as well. So beat that, everybody. So if you haven't had enough of us by the end of this couple of days, and I know you'll want more of what we provide, come and see us in October. In October, we will be running the Future Hospitality Summit, The World, in Dubai. This event will bring almost 2,000 investors, owners, developers from around the world. And the focus is on the emerging markets, using Dubai as that destination, not the focus. So what we're doing is doing a focus on Africa. We have a showcase of Africa in the exhibition. So if you want to be involved in that, if you want to find out more, ask myself or one of my colleagues about it. And I would obviously direct you to my colleague Daria, who is the portfolio director for that. Which leads me to just mention the team. Thank you so much to all the AHIF team. Special thanks, obviously, to Marla Patel. Probably every single person in the room knows Marla by now, if it's trying to get into the country or just by asking questions on the run-up to it. So thank you, Marla, for everything. But also Tanya and Anara, who have done a fantastic job on the agenda. We have Joanne and Michelle, who work with the investors and the sponsors. And we also have Mohammed and Ibrahim, who sadly can't be with us, but they have worked tirelessly on the marketing to raise the profile, to catch your attention.